What's going on, world? It's your boy Judah, and we are back with another game of Emotions podcast. To my left, your right is my boo, is my poo, is my thing, is my wife, is the love of my life.
Hey y'all, I am Shanice.
Hey y'all, so we're gonna hop right into today's episode. So
Yes.
today, what we are talking about, we're talking about your everyday life is a business. A lot of times, when it comes to business in specific, a lot of times we think about like a brick and mortar building. We think about like a actual like a LLC or like actual like physical some kind of business that you go to, you spend money or you pay for a service. But you as an individual person, your everyday life task, washing clothes, washing dishes,
Mhm.
going to work, just your everyday life task. Your life is a business, and not only is it business, it is big business.
Right.
And we're going to dig into first we're going to dig into why your everyday life is a business, and then we're going to get some real just real practical examples so you can see what we're talking about. And then um, we're going to break down just a simple definition of what is business. So we'll start with what is business first, and then we'll get into why your life, your everyday life, whether you have like a legitimate business or you're a W 2 employee or you looking for a job,
Right.
you still are a business.
Right.
So let's dig into what is a business, or what is business.
Right.
At the very simplest ABC 1, 2, 3 way, we can break it down. Business is simply providing a product or a service in exchange for money or something else that is valuable. I'll
Right.
repeat that one more time. Business at its basic core is a product or a service that you provide in exchange for money or something else that is valuable. Babe, did you have anything you want to kind of chime in on?
I mean, you're absolutely right. It is a product or a service, and it could look in different ways. Like it could look different in different ways.
Mhm.
As we talk about like our everyday life, and if you're a mom or a wife, those are things that you provide for your kids, right? So
Yeah.
like if it's household things, like if you're cooking or if you're
Mhm.
taking your
Cleaning.
kids to school,
Yeah.
or if you are picking them up from practice,
Yeah.
dropping them off at
Yeah.
practice,
Yeah.
any type of sporting
That's
events.
business.
That is a business that you're handling and you carrying yourself. And it's so crazy, when we say like, you better mind your, kids will say like, you better mind your business, like we
Mm-hmm.
take it
Mm-hmm.
so, we don't take it literal, but it
Yeah.
really is like, it's a business,
Yeah.
seriously, right?
Legit.
So, um, just kind of chiming in there, like business can be um, different things, but it can be just as small as household items like cooking for your kids or taking
Mm-hmm.
them to school or taking them to,
Mm-hmm.
sports practice or ballet or whatever the thing might be. So,
Very good.
yes.
Very good. And that is 100% true. So
Right,
now we're going to dig into, because she did give an example of your everyday life being a business. That's an example, but
right,
I want to dig into really quick why your everyday life is a business, and not
right.
only is it a business, it's big business. So the first thing I'm gonna hit you guys with, um, I'm gonna do it like this, babe. Your favorite? Where's your favorite place to shop? What's one of your favorite places to shop?
Oh boy.
Just give me
Um,
one. It can be a grocery store or a clothing store.
okay, let's talk about grocery store.
Mhm.
I love shopping at Publix.
You love Publix. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Now, Publix exists because a family got together and they started a grocery store. But that Publix idea still started with one person, and he brought that idea to basically the family basically, and they grew it over the decades. Okay, so that one person was a person just like us. You
Mhm.
dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A person just like you and me.
Yes.
And Publix did not exist until he came up with that idea.
That's right.
Now, I am 100% sure there were daily tasks and things that he had to do at the very ground zero level, to build up Publix, to even get a store. Simple stuff like making phone calls, handling tasks,
Right. Right.
having conversations, having just very basic family meetings in
Mhm.
the living room. You
Mhm.
dig what I'm saying? But that one person, um, helped bring an actual grocery store over the decades via through his family.
Right.
But it started with one person that eats, sleeps, take a shower, put
Right.
on deodorant, and brush
Right.
his teeth just like everybody else. I'm about sure he had bills to pay.
That's absolutely
I'm
right.
about sure he had fears and concerns.
That's right.
I'm about sure he could not fly like Superman. He had to get in a vehicle and drive.
That's right.
I'm about sure his vehicle, you need to put gas in it so it can go.
That's right.
What am I saying? What I'm saying is everyday ordinary people have built things that you absolutely love.
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna take it this step further. You might say, Tony, yeah, but I don't want a business. I don't want to be an entrepreneur. That's absolutely okay. That's not a
Mhm.
problem at all. And the reason why that's not a problem is because you're still a business.
Right.
And the reason why you're still a business is because there are daily tasks, weekly tasks, monthly tasks that you need to get done, in which is in that form is a service. You dig what I'm
Right.
saying? That
Right.
you need to get done so
Right.
you can take care of your business, so that you can get, in exchange what you're handling those tasks for. Okay, here we go. Prime example.
Mhm.
Washing clothes. Now, when you
Yep.
wash clothes, you're not getting any money from that,
Right.
but the exchange in that, the value in that is okay, you have clean
Clean clothes.
clothes.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
Your
right.
kids have clean clothes.
Mhm.
Making sure your kids brush their teeth. Make sure your
Yes.
kids wash their face. You're not getting any
Yes.
money from that, but what are you getting in exchange? Okay, your kids look like they're being taken care of, which
That's
they are being
good.
taken care of. I'm the point that we want to drive home in this episode is whether you working a $15 an hour job, $100,000 salary, a corporate job, you're
Right.
looking for a job,
Right.
you're in college, you're in high school, you're in middle school, you don't have a job, whatever the case may be. I don't care what your situation is, or if you have aspirations to be an entrepreneur, or you are entrepreneur and you're
Right.
running six figures, you're
Right.
running five figures, you're
Right.
running four figures. You dig what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, everybody is a business because
Mhm.
everybody has tasks that they have to get done in exchange for money or for something that is of value to you. So your everyday life, everything that you do, when you get up in the morning, you get yourself together,
Right.
you go to
Right.
work, you're getting your kids ready for school, or you're
School.
taking care of
Mhm.
whatever affairs, man. I'm telling you, you are a business because the same people that cars that you drive, that you
Mhm.
love, and places that you go. I love Sheen. So whoever created Sheen, like I love it. You dig what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I got
He
this off
does.
Sheen. I got this shirt off Sheen. I got these glasses off Sheen. I got this watch off Sheen. So
Okay,
look,
babe.
real quick, I spent $7 on the watch. I spent $4 on $5 on the glasses.
And
I
he
spent
did.
$12 on this shirt. You dig what I'm saying? But it's a person that came up with this whole
The idea.
concept. You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
That's
And
good.
this is why I'm saying your everyday life. It does not matter where you are in life financially, education wise, you are still a business.
Yeah, that's good.
Did you want to?
I don't even know if I could piggyback off of that because that was,
Well,
well,
talk.
I mean, because you really did like drive it home right there. As far as the different tasks that we do on a daily, we don't look at that as a business. We kind of more so look at it like, okay, if we're not working somewhere and making money, or if we're not an entrepreneur making money, then it's not a business.
Right.
But that's not the case because any type of, like you said, any type of affairs that you have or tasks that you have to complete on a daily basis, that's a business. That's
That
business.
is business.
Yeah, like you're handling your business,
Hmm.
right? You're
Hmm.
handling your tasks, you're handling what you got to do all the time for you or for your family or for your spouse or however, whatever the case may be. So that's why I say you kind of drove it home because essentially that's what a business is. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, so that's why I said, yeah, I mean, you got that.
So I got a question for you, and this is going to help. everybody. So now,
Okay.
in your personal opinion,
Okay.
if a person does not realize and understand that their everyday Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday life, January through December,
Okay.
their everyday life, if they don't understand or realize or recognize that their everyday task, decision in their life is a business, and not only a business, big business,
Right.
if they don't come to that understanding, how could that affect them in your opinion?
I'm.
How could that affect them? And then how could that possibly affect those that are connected to them?
That's good.
Let me give you one better.
Okay.
I'm gonna narrow it down even more. Let's
Okay.
let's take it to the moms.
Okay.
Let's take it to the moms and the
Okay.
wives,
Okay.
and even the single women. Even
Okay.
single women.
Okay.
If a woman does not realize and understand, okay, everything that I do on a daily basis, this is business. And if I take care of my tasks and take care of my business, this is going to lead to me doing good business. And this is going to lead to even those that are connected to me.
Right.
They're going to be in good position to do good business. So if they don't, as a mom and as a wife, if she does not realize or recognize that, how could that affect her and those connected to her?
Well, I believe if that is the case, then that person would make more so careless decisions. Um, they would not think that, well, their decision making would just be off, honestly, because if they don't understand that their life is a business, then they can kind of think that they can just do whatever they want to do. A freelancer, they have no routine, they have no discipline, they don't have anything that is something that's structured in their life, and anything that doesn't have structure is carelessness, right? And so carelessness leads to bad decision making, and then over time they're in a position where they are failing, and then if there's anybody connected to them, they will not, number one, take them seriously, or they will actually go down the same path that they're going down. So
Yes,
imagine
that
if they
part.
have kids, then their kids are going to pick up that bad habit of, okay, mom, my mom does anything she wants, and I was okay, I guess that's just what it is. Like, I'm just going to do whatever, and then there is nothing in place, and ultimately that creates, I mean, it literally creates monster. You know what I'm saying? In layman's terms, just because that child doesn't know, does not have that example from their mom, like, okay, this is how it's supposed to be done. So I honestly believe it is their decision making will be terrible,
Right.
and their life will be careless,
Right.
and it would be overwhelming, and it would just be chaotic
Yeah.
if they don't understand that their life is a business.
That part.
So that's what I believe.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Is there such thing as them making careless decisions unintentionally?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Because if you don't understand, that you are a business and that you have tasks that you need to handle, yeah, it's unintentional because you don't know. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you were aware, then of course you do better.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But if you don't know, then you can't do better.
Right.
Now, if you stay in that now this, now say you know and you choose not to do better, then that's a problem.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But if you don't know, then I believe like there's grace in that position. But
Yeah.
if you know and choose not to, then that's a whole nother situation. You know what I'm saying?
And in something like that, where a person or a mother or a wife, however you wanna categorize it,
Right.
if a person knows, okay, my decisions are business decisions, and my life is it really is a business, but they choose not to do that, then what are we looking at?
I mean, they're not taking life serious, right?
Mm.
And so if you're not taking life seriously, then how do you expect to win?
That part.
How do you expect to succeed?
That's where I was trying to get to. Keep talking.
Yeah, like you can't win if you don't understand like this is not the play for you. Like you got to be able to be on board with it and accept that and move forward in that. Because you won't win. Like you will be continuously failing, and then failure just turns into horrible situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real talk.
Especially if you have people that are connected to you, because then it could be generational. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have kids, then you got grandkids, then
Man.
they gonna think that's the way. You know what I'm
Talking.
saying? Unless there's somebody in their inner circle or that is all, some other people that might be influencing that person's life to kind of change the trajectory of their lives.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you're not winning.
yeah, yeah. And
It's good. That's good
that
though.
power that power point that you said about,
Right.
long story short, you're not putting yourself in position to win. That's what I
Right.
was trying to get to, and that's why I asked that question. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that was perfect.
Yes.
Now, in order to, number one, understand that your everyday life is a business, and also to move and operate,
Right.
um, like, just, and again, when I say business, you don't have to think Amazon, you don't have to
Right.
think Tesla, you don't have to think Walmart. When I say these names, I'm talking about big giant corporations. No, like,
Right.
business is as simple as putting gas in your car so you can take care of your errands.
That's right.
Business is as simple as washing the dishes and cleaning the kitchen.
Right.
Business is as simple as washing the load of clothes for the week. Business is as simple as budgeting with your spouse, or by yourself, budget,
Right.
for the week. Like, I know, okay, I got $30 I need to put in gas, and I got $20 to eat with. So let me go to Walmart, and let me get, for me personally, I just buy like 4 tubs of yogurt, and let me just, snack on that throughout the day until I get home. So my wife do what? Cook, handling business. You didn't, but I'm serious.
Right. You are right. You are right.
For real,
You right.
that
You right.
little stuff,
Yes.
that is big business, because what happens is, one thing I've learned, is called, I'm not going to say the name and butcher it, but the concept of it is basically things add up every single day. You
Yes.
dig what I'm saying? And after the days add up, the weeks add up, the months
Mhm.
add up, and the
Mhm.
years add up, and that's
Mhm.
business. That's how business
Mhm.
go down. So
Mhm.
as you're taking care of your very simple, routine, sometimes mundane, boring tasks, um, daily, that stuff adds up. You
That's
dig
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
And in order to be able to operate and move like this and understand this, you absolutely must. And it's not easy.
Mhm.
It is not easy, but this is a non-negotiable.
Right.
We are experiencing this in our own lives. It is
For
a
sure.
non-negotiable,
For sure.
and you absolutely must
Focus
focus over
over your
your emotions.
emotions. Yep.
It's not easy. I'm going to keep repeating. It's
Right.
not easy, but it is worth it, because when you focus over your emotions, you make winning
That's
decisions.
right.
You make good business decisions, which always do not feel right. You dig what I'm saying? Because it's a feeling,
Yeah.
but it's still the right
Right thing to
thing.
do.
You dig what I'm saying?
Mhm.
How do you focus over your emotions? It's very simple. That's a good thing. It's very simple. Number one, you have to identify how you're feeling. You
Right.
gotta identify that, because if you don't identify how you're feeling, you cannot deal with something you have not identified.
That's right.
Got to identification is the key to step 2 and 3, because without identification, you can't do step 2 and 3.
That's right.
So you have to identify how you feel, whatever the feeling is. Number two, you gotta understand our emotions are not our friend,
Mhm.
because our emotions, they're not rational, they're not practical, they're not logical, and most of the time, our emotions want to do what is most comfortable and least challenging.
That's right. That's right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Least challenging, the least path of resistance, and the least amount of pain. That is just human
Nature.
emotions. It's human
Mhm.
nature. You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
But you gotta understand, like, okay, this is not that's not the play to run. You have to look at the situation for a black and white, and
Right.
what is the truth of the information.
Right.
Remove your emotions from the information and
Right.
look at the information without the emotion, then you're gonna see the truth.
That's true.
You're gonna see the truth.
But that's the hard part, though, removing the emotions from it to
Mhm,
see to see what
mhm,
the picture is, because
mhm,
that's what emotions will do, kind of infiltrate, your mind to the point where you're kind of like, oh, you're making decisions based on the way that you're feeling. You know what I
mhm,
mean? And so that was good. Like once you that, separate the information, the truth
mhm,
from the emotional place,
mhm,
then for sure you will know exactly what you need to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
you'll
know,
see the truth for sure.
you
You'll see
will.
what the play is,
Yeah.
and you'll see what the play is not.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
You're going to see it. So you gotta turn your emotions off. You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And just
Mhm.
look at the facts and the information of the situation. And you're gonna see what the play is, and you're
That's
gonna see
right.
what it's not. And then from there, number three, you have to focus. Focus is two different focuses. Some situations you need to focus on the right now play,
Right.
the right now practical steps,
Right.
and what the right now play is to apply and to operate in.
Mhm.
The other focus for other situations is the bigger picture.
Right.
It's not the right now. It's the 2 year picture, the 3 year picture, the
Mhm.
5 year picture, the 7 year picture, the 10 year picture, the 15 year picture, the
That's
20
right.
year picture.
That's
So,
right.
for example, I was having a conversation with my son about a situation, and I was talking to him about the bigger picture of this specific situation.
Right.
And you want to just make sure that in this particular situation, we handle this correctly. So five, because you never know, like it might come back around.
Mhm.
You dig what I'm saying? So 5 years from now, it might come back around. 7 years, 10 years. You never know where on the time scale, this particular person in this situation might come back around. But you want to make sure as best as possible on your end that you take care of it. Here we go with business
Take
again.
care of
Here we
business.
go. You take care of business the right way, the best
Right.
way you can. Cross every T, dot every I. You know what I mean, and be genuine and transparent, so that way you don't burn any bridges.
That's right.
And then you
That's
might run,
right.
you might run across them again, and down the line, 5, 7, 10, 15 years, and that bridge and connection and relationship is not burnt, and you never know what position that person is in or what position you in or whatever the case may be. But
Right.
if there's an opportunity there and you need the help, like, you ain't burnt no
No
bridge.
bridges. Right.
You took care of business, right? And
Right.
that's how business works, man.
Right. Right.
Business works like that.
Right.
Business works like that. I'm
Right.
telling you,
Mhm.
business work like that. So that's the bigger picture, focusing on the bigger picture. You dig what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So that's the two different focuses: the right now situation you need to focus on, or the bigger picture, or both. You dig what I'm saying? So you just
Right.
have to really understand better your situation, and you'll be able to tell which focus I need to apply right now.
Mhm.
You dig what I'm
That's
saying?
good.
Um, so that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. I genuinely just felt a necessity to come this episode and get across the point. It does not matter what you have in your bank account right now, what you're
Mhm.
driving, what your education status is, what your
Mhm.
financial status is,
That's
whether you're
right.
working and you're not working, whatever. I don't care. You, as a person, as a human being, your everyday life is a business.
Business. That's right.
Whether you identify it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you agree with it or not. But if you're not providing that service or whatever product in exchange for money or something that's
Value.
valuable on a
Mhm.
consistent basis, your business is not gonna be good.
That's real.
But if you are,
You're gonna be winning.
yeah, and you're gonna make good business decisions.
That's right.
You're gonna
That's
make
right.
good business decisions,
That's
and
right.
that's what we wanted to bring across today. I don't want anybody feeling insignificant or like um you're not
Doing.
significant. You
Mhm.
are significant because your favorite things that you engage with, whether it's the TV or your cell phone. People love iPhone, like whatever it is. This was made by a human being, man.
Right. Right.
This was made by a human being, and that thing that they made gave them a level of significance. And it's the same thing with us. It's the same thing
Mhm.
with you. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna close it right there. We will be back next week. We'll be
That's
back
right.
next week. Did you have anything you want to add?
No, you wrap that thing up.
Well, with that being said, that is our time for today.
That's
We
right.
are
Gone.
GONE gone.